Hey, what's up guys? Damien here. It's been like a year since I posted some EV content, but I wanted to show you this new hyper scooter that I bought. It's been about maybe like a month I've had on it, but I've been like working pretty much every day, so I've only had like, I don't know, say 10 rides potentially on this, 10, 12, something like that. But I wanted to introduce the scooter, so let me switch it around and I'll show you. So this is the Tabor Blade GT Plus. So it has the 30 amp hour battery. It has dual hydraulic adjustable suspension. There's like a little adjustment screw on the back. So I've got it kind of dialed in pretty good. One of the things I really like about the scooter is it has the steering dampener. So I've been playing with that too, and I've got it pretty stiff and kind of where I like it. It's actually like really stable. It's really tight, but you don't really turn with this guy. You kind of lean in and like adjust your weight and stuff. So yeah, so Tabor Blade GT2 or GT Plus, and it's got LEDs. I really like this kick pad. It has a handle, so that's really handy to move this because it's about 100 pounds, I'd say. It's just like a giant battery with like wheels, and it's a dual motor. I think they're 1500 watts a piece, so 3000 watts total. This will do 55 miles an hour plus. I haven't gone that fast, but it does. I normally have like a JBL speaker attached to it, but it's out of batteries, so we're just gonna leave that in there for now. Yeah, I've got my out front mount for my phone, so I can mount that on just like a little extension bar. The CL 1200 lumen light to go along with the onboard light. It definitely helps when riding like trails and multi-use paths at night. This bag, they're all kind of the same. They all look the same. There's a bunch of different brands, obviously. I just chose this one because it's unmarked, but it's perfect. You can hold like, you know, a couple like liquid death, you know, waters and stuff or whatever. Keys. I have my gloves in there at all times. Put my sunglasses if I don't need them. And then I carry this this bag that I was gifted to me by my friend Dan, who you've seen on this channel before. He doesn't use this anymore. Matches my scooter, obviously, so it's perfect. And yeah, thanks Dan, I really appreciate it. I like using keeping things moving, you know, keeping old things alive. So this is my helmet I chose. It's a Bell, it's a downhill rated helmet. I bought like 3 different helmets, and this is the one I settled on because I really like it. I was gonna go orange helmet, but I just thought that was too much orange. I'm not wearing my crash gear, like full crash setup today, because I'm not gonna really push it. So I've got my helmet, and I've got gloves if I need to, but I'm just wearing shorts on the shirt right now. And then my Tafasi glasses. Yeah, so let's turn this guy on. It's got an NFC, which I can attach to my wallet, and it just like disables it. You can't turn it back on without it. The display is really cool. It shows you your battery percentage, whether you're in dual motor mode or single motor mode, how many volts you're at, have it set to time, and then when you're actually moving, this little space here between front and rear, it shows you the power. It's like an AI controlled traction control basically, and it distributes power to your front and rear depending on what you're doing. Shows your status, if there's any errors, and the temperature of the motor. I've been like comfortably bombing on this the entire time, and I've never seen it go beyond like 45 C, which is pretty sick. You can also hit the menu button, and that gives you your total miles. So I've gone 263.4 so far. Since I've reset the trip odometer, I've gone 178. Average speed is 13.6 and my max speed is 41.8. So that pretty much shows you the history of my scooter so far. I tried putting on wider bars, but because I'm really super tall, and even though the stem is adjustable, which is rad because not a lot of scooters have an adjustable stem, I ended up, because I'm so tall, the hydraulic brake cable cylinders are I can't get them wider just because of how tall I am. But that being said, I'm not really unhappy with the width of the bars. I think I thought I wanted wider bars. I think if you didn't have a steering dampener, then that would be something that's probably more crucial for stability. But I feel completely safe at like 40 miles an hour, nothing, just chilling the whole time. It does have regen, so you can make that adjustable. It's kind of weird. It's a little like ABS feeling. It's kind of like, you know, like da 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 da. And it's even called ABS. So I just turned that down to like the minimum. It still gives me some decent braking power. This is my thumb throttle. So I was kind of getting used to this. I almost decided to put my old, like the throttle I have on my e-bike on there, but I kind of do like this now. You don't push like you would a normal throttle. You kind of like push your fingers, you kind of smush them in there, and then you're holding this as like you can like kind of roll it in. It's actually really nice. So I kind of got used to it. So it has headlight, and this is also what controls the LEDs. So I have it set to Night Rider mode at the moment. There's an app on my phone. I can control all of that, which is pretty sick. Turn the lights off. There's turn signals. There's a little horn. So yeah, so far I really like this scooter. And then now we're gonna go, let's see, yeah, so now we're gonna go on a little ride. We're in Mt Park at the moment, and I've got my chest cam on. I velcroed my Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone into my helmet. I haven't tested that yet. I literally just bought the Velcro, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, it's pretty sick. We'll go down to, this is really close to my house, not to dox myself, but we're gonna take Springwater all the way downtown. We'll kind of cruise around the river for a second. We'll hop on Clinton, which takes us back up from the river going east. And we'll hit 52nd, we'll take a left, we're gonna go over to Lincoln, I believe is what it's called, and we'll go bop around Mt Tabor for a minute, and then we'll come back near my house. So that's the video. I hope you guys like it. This is a rad thing. If you guys are wondering why I bought this scooter versus like riding my e-bike, two things. After riding my e-bike for 12 years, it's not as fun anymore. It's not as like super exciting every time. It's just fun in general, but this is way more exhilarating, and I kind of want to just like explore something really powerful. And yeah, also, you know, having gotten my e-bike stolen, the one I rode all over, like covered most of the 50,000 miles, now I'm at closer to like 55,000 miles, was on that bike. And so having that stolen in broad daylight in front of like 30 people and have a video proof of it with someone doing nothing, I've just been really scared to ride my e-bike because I know that someone can just break the lock and they can ride it away. Whereas this, you know, once I disable it, it's heavy. It doesn't lock the wheels like some scooters do, which I wish it did, and maybe they'll like make a firmware update to do that. But I mean, it's so heavy. There's no way you can just like pedal this or like you know, push this away without me finding you. So there you go. It has tags. I've already opened the board. I put air tags in it. There's two of them in different places, and there's no fucking shot you're gonna be able to like take this apart in front of everybody. So good luck with that. But yeah, it's a two. I spent. It was on sale. I think it was like a $2,700 scooter. I got it for $2,100, and then I spent the extra $200 to have an extended warranty. And I bought it through Mini Motors. If I were to go back with the knowledge I have now, I probably still would make the same decision, but my second choice would be that Rev Rides is located in Vancouver, Washington, which is like right across the river, and they sell like VSET, so like the VSET 10 Plus. I think that would probably be my second choice. That would replace the handlebars. I guess I didn't really have to replace, like literally every single thing is still the way it is, you know, and I really enjoy that. And it is faster. I am technically probably the fastest scooter in town, so that's pretty cool, you know. But yeah, always wear body armor, crash helmet, whatever you got. PEVs are dangerous, and it's not for like a little kid or something like that. Don't buy this for like your teen. It's way too powerful, way too fast, especially if they don't know like road laws. Just keep that all in mind, folks. This is a super toy, or a hyper toy, you know what I mean? Use responsibly. And I have full body armor, I've got knee pads, I've got gloves with wrist guards. I mean, I have the whole gang, so if I want to go out for a rip and just like have fun, then that's what I have. But I'm trying to I'm just gonna take it easy. I might rip it a little bit, but otherwise, we're just gonna be kind of joy riding today. So, all right, folks, let's get geared up and go. Okay, here we go. Testing 1 2, check 1 2. Testing 1 2, check 1 2. All right, let's do a little clappy clap. All right, there we go, folks. You may notice that it is now cloudy. That's because it is now the day after I was recording this, but I'm back in the same exact spot. So, I scratched my screen already. That's weak. Okay, so yeah, same route as I said yesterday. I have my pad on my microphone, hopefully that works. And yeah. I went home after I recorded a little snippet yesterday of me riding. I just wanted to see what the camera looked like and stuff, and check the audio, and I didn't have my microphone recording, so it's a good thing that I stopped. The main reason why I waited till the next day is because my friend Chris, if you remember from, he's the guy I went around the Olympic Peninsula with, and also my little turn my turn signal on here. But yeah, so he actually bought a Highway cruiser bike, which is pretty sweet, and he's been loving it, just riding all over the place, commuting and busting trails and stuff like that. Just really, really happy with it. Oh shit. And man, he took a dive yesterday. He took a dive and full on just crashed, and he showed me a picture of his helmet, and it is just severely jacked, let's put it that way. Severely jacked up. So I decided I would be dumb if I didn't ride with all my gear on today. So that's what I did. I have my body armor jacket on, got my helmet, got my glasses, I've got my knee pads, and I've got my gloves. Not my wrist guard ones. I don't like them, unfortunately. They're really uncomfortable, and the way I have to have my hand placed on the throttle, it kind of I don't know, it's really uncomfortable, and I don't want to I need to find just a better pair is all. That's all it comes down to. It's been sort of trial and error with all of my like clothing and accessories and things. But yeah, so I'm in PAS level 2 right now, and I'm not full throttle. I'm going about 24 miles an hour. That's kind of my cruising speed. And I forgot to mention that this has cruise control as well, so if you hold the minus button down for like 2 seconds, then the little wheel icon turns green, and so that tells you you're in cruise control. I'm not using it right now because I'm about to turn left up here at the light, but yeah. Check for cars. That's another really cool thing about having a steering dampener is that when I do like a turn, like I turn my body like that, it doesn't yank my scooter to the left or right or whatever I'm doing. Let's see if this person's gonna let me go. Probably not. See if they wave me on or not. That'd be so great. They won't. So this is 52nd Street, and we're actually going to be on this twice today because I'm going one way, and then once we get down here in a little bit, or when we loop back around, we're going to end up going the other direction on it, which is kind of cool. 52nd's like really also close to my house, so this is like what they call Woodstock area. But yeah, I don't think I've even taken you guys down this way. This is kind of my way to get downtown. I normally come down Duke, which is this street, but there was construction around there, so. Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-do. Yeah, this thing is so smooth and it's so silent. This doesn't look good. Get out of the way of that fool. Okay. But yeah, this way is so great. I was going through town and I didn't really find the best way. There is another cool way to go down. And in hindsight, I probably should have done this in reverse, but it's all good. Because there's a hill that we're coming up to, up this light up here. And it's just a steep, steep hill all the way down to Johnson Creek. And I can bomb up that hill at 34 miles an hour. And that's not even in the highest PAS setting. I still have not gone into 5 of 5 PAS. I've only gone into 4. And I usually don't go into 4 until after my battery gets down to like 50%, you know? And then 3 is my new 2, and 4 is my new 3, and I'm usually like super comfortable by then. But see, look at this hill. It is massive. Like on my bike, I have to downshift. I mean, I could probably mob up it, but I think the motors would just get too hot. The motor would get too hot. But yeah, I'm not using any power at all. I'm just kind of coasting down. Going 32 miles an hour. But if you're not used to riding a scooter, I think you'll end up using the handlebars to turn more. Like especially if you're used to like a Lime scooter or something, like really slow one. You kind of use the handlebars more. Whereas this, the handlebars are not meant to hold any weight. Like they're kind of more for having something to grab onto when you're leaning, but you're not really using the handlebars for like weight support. Like I'm super light touch. My hands are holding the handlebars tightly, but my arms are super loose, and I'm not actually trying to balance using all my weight is kind of low, you know. I'm planted on the board, and I'm 6'4". I have, you know, 12 and a half feet shoes, whatever, and I fit completely comfortably on this, and I always move around and stuff too on the board, or the deck, I guess. But we're gonna take a right here. This is Zoop. This is Springwater here, so it looks a little busy, so we will wait for cruise control in a sec. All right, now I'm gonna wait till just after this bridge because there's this weird hump, and they painted it, which is nice of them. Or is it this bridge? No, it's the next one. But man, you know, hitting it on my bike, even though that has, you know, huge wheels, it's still a solid frame. There's no suspension besides my seat post and my stem. And that just takes out like little road vibrations. It doesn't do anything for like bigger bumps. I guess the seat one does, but not the handlebar ones. Yeah, so but look how pretty this is. I mean, this is my way downtown. Whenever I need to go downtown, this is how I go. It's like, oh, it's so beautiful. Boink, look at that. Soaks it up like a nothing. That on my bike would be jarring. But on this thing, nothing. Like butter. All right, cruise control engaged. Oh crap, I have my turn signal on still. Damn it. There we go. Turn signal off. I don't normally forget that either, but it's probably because I'm talking and stuff. Oh yeah. So how is it riding a scooter? I think it's great. It is super exhilarating, not at the moment, but let's see here. On your left. Yeah, I was thinking about getting like a really high-powered e-bike, not like a Talaria or like a Suron, because those are getting really popular, folks, and they're getting a lot of attention, and police are starting to crack down because they're obviously not an e-bike. They don't even have pedals. I mean, it's like breaking even if you were to consider there to be any sort of like flexibility on what you could ride and what you couldn't ride on, you know, without a license, there's like no question about those. Do you know what I mean? And so I was gonna get one. They're called like, what are they called? Like the knockoff stealth bombers or whatever. Let's see here. Coming up on your left. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, stealth bomber, super fast. Like, I was gonna go for the 8,000 watt version instead of the 12,000 watt version, just because I wanted to have a little bit less weight, like unsprung weight. I didn't think I was gonna ever use 12,000 watts anyway, so but I don't know. The more I thought about it, just the more, I mean, it's still, even though that kind of looks like a bike, it has pedals, so technically it would classify, but of course it's 8,000 watts, you know what I mean? It's no longer a sleeper. Like, even my bike is 2,000 watts, okay, or 1,800 probably is closer to what it is. And let's see. Good, yeah, good. You're good, lady. Crap, now I've got to wait forever. Let's see here. Good old crosswalks that nobody ever stops for. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I don't know. I just didn't want to. I feel like electric dirt bikes, basically, are going to be cracked down on. I think they're just going to be made illegal. So, and this is what I mean. What is it, Sir Ronster? Like, I like that guy. I think his content's really rad. He's obviously a really good rider too, and he's polite and stuff like that. So, I appreciate people like that. But yeah, he just reviewed. I think it was like an Apollo scooter. Pretty rad looking. It's like $4,000 or $4,500, something like that. And I don't think it's probably smoother than this, but I don't know. This one just like ticked off all of the check marks for what I wanted in a scooter. I wanted it to be able to go above 50 miles an hour, just because I thought that'd be fun. I liked that it came with a steering dampener, so you didn't have to order that separately and wonder if it's even going to work, especially like on an Apollo. Probably won't be able to work just because of the design. So a lot of scooters look like this. They're very, very similar. Same suspension, same kind of a suspension, and a lot of times they are the same suspension because there's not that many of them that are made. And yeah. Can't believe how busy it is for. It's like 10 o'clock on a Tuesday. Let's see. All right, cruise control on. Booyah! So yeah, I think these have a little bit less notoriety, and you know, people on EUCs, the electric unicycles. Nobody knows those things go 45 miles an hour either. You know, and when you see someone with body armor on, and like especially like used body armor, where you can tell that they've gone down a few times, like. Much respect for those guys, or gals for that matter. I've seen a lot of girls on electric unicycles, and I do consider that to be like probably the most perfect single use rider, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, you literally cannot make a smaller vehicle than that, you know what I mean? It's like a little wheel that you just kind of stand on, but it's not dumb like a one wheel or anything. Stop sign. But those things, the balancing system is what keeps you upright, and if that fails, you're done. You're just gonna face plant, and I don't want to do that. Howdy. Yeah, so I'm still just riding in level 2. I'm not gonna really bomb today. There is like one spot here, I think it's coming up. It's a pretty like straight shot, and I can see for a long ways. I might drop it into 3, just so you guys can see, you know, the acceleration and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just like straight away coming up. Looks like I can see a couple people. I don't know if they're on the, oh, looks like they're by the train tracks though. So we'll see. I might open it up a little bit. No, they are on the path. Okay. Yeah, that part looks kind of busy. We'll play it by ear. On your left?
Thank you.
Yep. All right, maybe after this couple here. Yeah, we'll throw it into third. All right, here we go. Third, boink. Whoops, hit the wrong button, damn it. There's 2, there's 3. Stand on the back here, yeah. So we're going about 32.8 miles an hour right now. Let's bump it into 4, you know what I mean? We got one more little shot here. Okay, and 4. Oh shit! Oh shit! All right, okay, yeah, that's good enough, folks. I was approaching 40 miles an hour very quickly. Let's go back down into 2. I'm telling you, it is. I mean, I could like duck down and like get all into like a crouch and stuff like that, but I mean, honestly, it's just fun to like just kind of cruise. I don't know. And when I feel like going a little faster, I'll bump it into 3, and I don't know. I didn't want it to necessarily, I didn't want to go 55 miles an hour. I wanted to be able to go 55 miles an hour. And then, you know, but just have the power to be able to do whatever I wanted. That's kind of the deal. All right, back into cruise control. Let's check to see if anybody's behind me. Oh crap, there we go. Speedometer stopped for a second. 23. And yeah, since there's no pedals and there's no gears, it's just direct drive, and so you kind of ride just based on the PAS level. Like I'm full throttle in 2 right now, and my battery's at 67, but that's under load, so it's probably closer to like 75%, something like that. I'm assuming this battery pack has like 30E cells, like energy cells, not power cells, because there is a pretty decent amount of like voltage sag, but I mean, it's just so powerful, it doesn't even matter at all. It's just so fast. When the battery starts to get down a little bit lower, then yeah, you just bump it up 1 on the PAS, and then it's even more exhilarating than it was before. Instead of less exhilarating as you lose power, you just kind of bump it up a level. But yeah, I'm just, standing on, you can't really see it, but I'm standing on my deck. I'm not even using like the back thing. Just standing here, nice and chill. Still getting where I'm going. And this way I won't use as much battery power. I should have restarted my tripodometer, but oh well. Yeah, so we're approaching kind of like outer southwest downtown. You can kind of see some of the buildings starting to creep up. So we're only going to hit, I mean, technically we're on the water right now, but the actual esplanade, we're only going to touch for a minute because, or are we? No, I don't think we are. We're going to go down to the esplanade, but you guys have seen the esplanade a million times. I don't think I've shown you, I know I've been on this before, but I don't think I've shown you like how this is my normal way to get downtown from my house. You know, cruising like this, I don't know how long the time's been, but you know, that's how long it takes me to get downtown. Just kind of, you know, cruising like this. No traffic except for, you know, multi-use path traffic. Motor is at 34 degrees Celsius right now. So as you can tell, I mean, it's not it's not pushing the motor by any means. Yeah, there's Ross Island Bridge that we're coming up to. Next one after that is Tillamook Bridge, which is a multi-use bridge only and transit. I'm curious how this microphone's going to sound. I just have it Velcroed on the inside. Seems to be good. Looks like this is going to be sketchy. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Do, 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 do. Coming on your left. Okay, so now we're gonna bust a right here. Maybe. Okay. So that was our little loop. Now we're gonna be, so we were headed, where are we headed? We were headed north basically the whole time. And now we're headed east. We're gonna snag Clinton, which is it's like the southeast bike highway, or east-west bike highway. From, if you live in Southeast, it's kind of the way to go. A lot of times there's a train here, which is super annoying, but luckily they finally built this little bridge, which is cool. So you can get over it really fast using the elevator or stairs. This thing is not capable. You can't really, I mean, it would take me forever to climb stairs with this thing. One stair at a time. I almost was gonna put the throttle that I had on my I have on my e-bike on here because I don't like this throttle because I actually bought it for my other e-bike and then decided I didn't like it, so I even have a spare one, which is kind of cool, but not the right connector. I think these are called Hygo connectors. We're just gonna do a little illegalness here, but not too much. Okay, and this is Clinton here. This is basically a huge hill going all the way back up, because Southeast is up on a hill. Because, I mean, technically, the closer you get to Mt Tabor, the closer you are to the mountain. I mean, I know, obviously. That's where we're going next. So we're going to head all the way up Clinton. Oh, please turn. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank you. Yeah, so I didn't even really modify this yet. I mean, I've added accessories, but like I said, I was going to try to put a wider bars on, and that didn't work. I might do some cosmetic things to it. There are a lot of extra leads for LEDs, which I thought was pretty cool. There's a bunch of extra, you know, so I can run a bunch of LEDs if I want to. It's kind of cool. Not much space under there. They really did pack everything into there. There's 2 controllers and then I don't know if I even said this yet, but this is a 60 volt system. I think it's plenty. I mean, I know you could bump up to a 72 volt. I don't think I would even have to change anything, to be honest. I bet you the controller is probably good for 72 volts, and but you know, there's only so much space under there, and so I decided to go 60 volt with 30 amp instead of a higher powered scooter. Plus, like a lot of the higher powered scooters, like they have dual suspension in the front, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I feel like this is the right design. Like, on a bike, I could see shocks, or, you know, having 2 make sense, but I don't know. These are identical shocks. One in the front, one in the back. I have them dialed in, I think, pretty soft, to be honest, because I do trail riding and stuff too, so this is kind of my balance of both worlds. Doop-a-doo. So it's got a little bit of bounce back, but a lot of times it's when it's bouncy, it's because I just keep bouncing on purpose after I go over a speed bump. Boing, boing. Huh. Let's be remodeling that. That's pretty cool. It's Clinton Market. It's kind of just well known. You know, people riding their bikes back home, they stop at the Clinton Market. They've got like excellent selection of, you know, just a lot of different beers and ciders and stuff that no one's ever heard of. It's always been there. Sort of a staple, I guess we'll say, of Southeast. Got air on that one. That was kind of cool. Yeah, and I mean, if you're wondering how scooters are perceived, honestly, I get a lot of respect from the e-bike peeps. Really like it, and the PEV guys, you know, which basically is like scooters, one wheels, EUC. What else? That's basically it. And they're kind of divided. Like e-bike guys, e-bike people kind of fit in with the bike crowd, I would say. Like Thursday night ride. I've only been on a couple of Thursday night rides, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you would. I mean, I don't think I've seen people riding a scooter, but a while back, I've been traveling. I've like worked traveling for basically the whole summer so far, so I haven't been home very much. But one of the nights I took my scooter out, I ended up seeing a couple other scoot guys just hanging out on the river, and so I stopped and was, you know, talking to them and stuff because I was all excited because I'm a brand new scooter guy. So it turned out that was the meeting spot for the PEV riders. So all of a sudden, just tons of electric unicycles and e-bikes and Surons and scooter riders, and they all showed up. There was like 50 of us. And so I decided to go for a little ride with them for a while. And then, of course, because I hadn't gotten used to my battery, I mean, I only had like 45% when I met up with them because they'd been like ripping all night. So I ended up having to get my housemate to give me a ride home from Oaks Park, which was one of the places that we were at. Okay, so here's 52nd. Let's bust a left, bust a north, whatever. And we'll go up to Lincoln, which is pretty close. I think it's the next light. Let's see, what is this one? This is Division, yeah. That makes sense. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna basically keep this how it is. Instead of wasting time, I might put better brakes on it. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I've stopped fine. I didn't buy this to modify and do a bunch of stuff. It's not a DIY project, it's a just ride because it's a fun project. Oh, let's go, let's go. Just wanted something that I didn't have to worry about when I park it. If I go to like a grocery store or something, I can just lock it, render it useless. You can still lock it to a bike rack so that they can't take it easily. But I mean, people are, they don't even know what the heck this is. So, I mean, if someone wasn't even really paying attention, they might think that it's just a like city scooter, Okay, headed up to Mt Tabor. Still in level 2, going about 20 miles an hour up the hill. Gotten really agile on this thing. When I was a kid, I had one of those kind of like the scooters. I don't remember what size wheels they were. They were like, probably like 11-inch, something like that. The larger mag wheels. Now you loved riding that thing all over the place. I think one thing I'm gonna get for this is there's this like Italian company that makes really, really good tires. Even though these are fine, they're like super heavy. So I'll end up getting those. I haven't been over to Rev Rides yet. I thought about doing that on this trip, but I think I'm gonna wait. But I called because I've actually already had to do some repair maintenance or repair on this. As always, I ran over a stinking nail. And even those are these are supposed to be self-sealing, it wasn't enough to seal it. Like it was still leaking out a little bit. And then somehow in the process, I tore the valve stem, like clean off almost. So I was like, well, damn it. So then I ordered some valve stems, but they were the wrong size. So then I ordered the right ones, and I got it, and I used a C-clamp, and Let's see here. Yeah. But I had to squish the tire in so I could get the new valve stem in, and that took me so long. It was unreal how long that took me. But yeah, and then I just plugged the tire just like you would in a normal car or something, or because they are tubeless. And yeah, it was easy actually. Like once I got the valve stem in, it was super easy to patch, and it's been holding air just fine since then. So no big deal. I did buy like an air compressor. I totally forgot to bring another battery. So I guess this video is going to go for as long as I can record for. It's usually about an hour and a half, so we'll see. Just to forewarn you guys, if the video cuts out and cuts to me closing out the video, then that's why. Oh, this road's so trash. But man, this thing just rides so smooth. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's cruise up to the top, do a little loop-de-doo around. Maybe hit a trail. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. I don't go super fast on them or anything, because sometimes people are walking on them. I don't want to be that guy, you know what I mean? Yeah. Doobie-doobie-doo. Hell yeah, one step at a time, one step at a time. Yeah, for me, this scooter is definitely the most fun you can have standing still. I think my most favorite reaction to my scooter so far is this little girl at the park. As I was riding by, she's like not even looking at me at all. She's looking at the scooter and she's like, "Hi, scooter!" Like just so stoked. Like it was like a Johnny 5. All right. So now we decide whether we're going to take the path or not. Oh, no I didn't. There it is. I'm gonna go down the other one, I think. Let's see if anybody's down here today. Oh, there's a dog. A couple people walking. Just kind of go slow on this guy. Do.
He's like, I talked to.
The other day I was up here and I was sitting at this park bench. It's like, out of all, there's like nobody around me, and there's like honestly like 10 park benches around there. And this group of like loud, obnoxious kids just comes up and like goes to the one right next to me. Let's see if we can do this. Hello. The one guy's like, oh, dude, those electric scooters, like, I'm just not about electric, man. So I want to get like a gas-fired one. They're like so much faster and so much cooler. So I'm like, start putting my gear back on. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I throw it into 3. I do a dual-wheeled burnout all the way down the path back to back to the road. It's like, stupid bastard. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey. All right. Let's see. I believe this is the way back. But yeah, I'll come up here and I'll like rip around for like 45 minutes because there's so many different trails and they all just kind of wind around the mountain and stuff. But I'm trying to get back on one camera battery, so we'll see how that goes. Battery's at 57%, which is accurate because I'm not using any throttle right now. So we have plenty to go. I think if you were to use like single motor mode and just kind of chill with it, I don't think you would use nearly as much battery. But these aren't like super efficient, right? Because because you're not able to pedal, you're not really able to, oh shit. There's just so much torque, and I mean, yeah, you could definitely, like, I don't even have my level 1 assist is like a walk mode. It's not even meant to go fast at all, or be used as a speed. My only speed, or my first speed, is like PAS2. And you can go into the menu and you can like set up all the power curves and all the cool stuff. It's actually really neat. Let's see. I think this is the right way. Yeah, so I made a couple little changes to the power curves and whatnot, just so it's a little bit more fun. But yeah, you can adjust the balance between the front and back wheels, and I mean, it still has its like AI mode, so it's still kind of constantly adjusting stuff for you. And to me, it seems great. Like, it's really responsive, and I mean, starting off in level 3 with a full battery, I mean, it's chirping the tires, you know what I mean? Like, I have to definitely use my like foot pedal or foot pad and like really, you know, plant myself. Okay, back to Lincoln. That was Mt Tabor. One of my favorite spots. I don't live far from there at all now. I let my friend Dan ride this the other day. That's when he gave me that orange backpack I'm wearing, or the sling bag. And you know, I told him, I was like, you know, make sure you wear, like, take it seriously. Like, it's not a toy. That's just true. It really is not a toy. Go ahead. Go, go, go. Like the speeds that I've been going today, that's something that you could get, like a scooter that, you know, for like $800. This is what you would be able to get. So a scooter that was, you know, fairly cool, not super fast, but I just got used to having a high-powered e-bike, or a mid-powered. It's not even a high-powered, just kind of like mid-powered, and just having a little bit of speed. And it is fun. It is so fun. But it's more like, you're not going to be like ripping around corners at 40 miles an hour on a scooter. I mean, I guess maybe if you're like super talented. Oh crap, did I pass 52nd? Wait, it's right there. What? Hold on. That was close. I almost passed it. I didn't realize. Oh, I guess it does do that, doesn't it? Rightio. Back to 52nd. Anyway, so Dan's riding it, and man, he goes into, so when he gets back, and I was like, did he go into 4? And he's got this huge shit-eating grin on his face, and he's like, yeah, got up to like 42 miles an hour. I'm like, yeah, dude, I know. Yeah, it's like dragster mode. Like, it's fun just to like rip it really fast. Like here, I'll go into at least 3 up this hill that we're gonna be coming up to. Also with these kinds of things, I don't think headphones is a good idea. That's why I got this speaker. I'd actually bought 2 speakers because I was trying to figure out how to mount it to the sides, and then I just found these straps from my old pedals. There's walkie. Alright. Got cars behind me, got a van coming. It is only 25. But yeah, here's this big old hill. Let me wait till I get past this bus. Let's boop it into 3 here. This is Woodward I just crossed. That's actually another popular east-west bike route. So yeah, we're cruising at like 30 miles an hour. I mean, you can see this is just super smooth. I don't feel like this is dangerous in any way, shape, or form, you know? But yeah, the brakes are pretty crazy. Once the e-brake kicks in, it just digs a little bit. Part of that's because of the suspension. I'm gonna adjust that up a little bit here. So we'll stick in 3. Now that we're down to 50% battery, that's kind of when I swap over. I haven't figured out the stats for this thing yet, but I'm gonna guess that, I mean, it'll probably hit 0 to 40 in like 2 seconds. I mean, it's so, it's like so stupid fast. Still recording. Hell yeah, baby. See if I can make it all the way. But yeah, this suspension and everything, I mean, I can't describe to you how smooth in general this thing rides. And, you know, maybe if you were to get one that wasn't as fast, you might not have suspension and stuff, which is fine, you know, but I guess maybe getting the high-powered version is you get all the bells and whistles with it too, you know. Really good suspension, steering dampener, 11-inch wheels versus 10, so it's just even that much more smooth. Had I paid more attention to the fact that there is rev rides here in town, I might have considered at least going over and taking a look at the other scooter and just riding it and seeing how I felt about it. But when I called them, because like you know, I started talking about that. Get past this guy quick. Because I was gonna see if like, because you know they sell tubes, and so I was like, well, you know, having never had anything tubeless before, I didn't even know. I mean, obviously a car you can replace valve stems, so I just never done anything like that before. So I called up Rev Rides and was like, hey, like, you know, brand new scooter guy, like blah blah blah, like if I were like, if I tore the valve stem, do you think if I put a tube in there it should be fine? And he's like, well, yeah, you know, and he's like, you might want to call your manufacturer and stuff like that, because, you know, whatever, blah blah blah. He's like, we only have parts for our scooters, and I don't know. I was sort of taken aback by that. Actually, I'm gonna go here because there's nobody coming. Wait a whole cycle. I don't know. That was just a little off-putting, I guess. Like, they are the EV people around here, and yeah, cool, but they only sell one brand, right? So, I don't know. And there's plenty of parts, like, on their website that would work with my scooter. They're all the same, kind of. So, I don't know. Hopefully when I go over there, just introduce myself and try to, maybe they won't have the same reaction. I know that, like, there's a lot of like really inexpensive brands out there, or kind of crap brands, but this one is actually pretty great. It's very similar in design to a lot of other things, and it is from a USA, well, it's a Chinese, everything's Chinese, but it is from a US company, Mini Motors, right? They're just the East Coast version of Rev Rides, so. Okay. So if I were to, yeah, we'll go up here. Almost getting close to my house. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the video here. I'm still gonna be riding my e-bike. I plan on doing at least like a few days in Gifford Pinchot here soon. I need to put new tires on there. I'm not bored of my bike by any means, but in terms of like just bopping around town and stuff, this is just more fun, and I don't worry about it as much. I can't describe to you how much having my bike stolen, like in broad daylight in front of like coworkers and just random people, and for me to just know that I'm never gonna have that thing back again, it just really sucks.
All right, yeah, camper died, knew it would. But yeah, I'm back at my house, and it is a nice sunny day again. So I'm gonna probably go for another scooter ride here shortly. But just wanted to say thank you for watching, and I hope you like my new scoot. Help me figure out a name for it. I'm kind of leaning towards Scoots Magoot at the moment, but yeah. stay tuned for more rides and e-bike tours and all of the fun stuff. Cheers.